aka notions. And last night, basically, I forgot to take a Zopiclone when I took my evening medication just after 10 p.m. I think it was, but I took my normal dose of diazepam, which is only 2 yellows, so 10 milligram, and what I used to be on 6 yellows a day, so 30 milligrams of diazepam, aka Valium, a day, and they basically cut me down to 10 milligrams in just 2 days when I was in hospital. But yeah, that's another story. And I'm also on 200 milligrams of quetiapine, also known as Seroquel, which is an antipsychotic medication to treat psychosis, schizophrenia, and off-label quetiapine is prescribed for insomnia as well. And also, I am prescribed two beta blockers. One is Rampiril, and the other is called bisoprolol or bisoprolol fumarate. Depends where you come from or where you live, and as to how you pronounce the bisoprolol uh, tablet. To be honest, yeah. So I'm also on 80 mil of methadone a day, and the cetiatone I get, which is the generic name for methadone, is the 1 mil equals 1 milligram. So it's pretty easy to work out a milligram equivalent to the milliliters of liquid I drink. So 80 milligram a day in liquid form. So obviously 18 milliliters. But yeah, this video is about Zopiclone withdrawal, which is called Imovane withdrawal in the United States of America. And Zopiclone works as a sedative hypnotic medication, and it works on GABA A in your brain, just like alcohol also works on GABA A in your mind. So the Zopiclone and alcohol are actually quite similar in that respect. But with alcohol, you obviously don't get the metal mouth, or some people say the metallic kind of taste some people experience after taking a Zopiclone sleeping tablet. And yeah, as you might know, Zopiclone works quite like benzodiazepines work, such as Valium, also known as diazepam, and lorazepam, also known as was it Ativan in the United States, Clonopin, also known as clonazepam in the United Kingdom, uh, chlordihydroperoxide, which is known as Librium generically, and alprazolam, which trade name is Xanax, obviously in the United States of America, and this drug, Xanax, you cannot get on the National Health Service in the United Kingdom, but I think you are able to get prescribed Xanax in the United Kingdom if you go private, which obviously costs quite a lot of money to have a private doctor. But obviously, I am not rich at all, so I see my GP who works for the NHS, and as I said, NHS stands for National Health Service, which is throughout the United Kingdom. So we don't have to pay for prescriptions if we are on benefits, which is a very, well, it's quite unique in the whole world compared to over the pond. Yeah, nice, mate. Sardor's not, well, very common, isn't it, mate, to be honest with you. But is it the CBD stuff or is it both? That's actually the last strain of proper cannabis I smoked, which is about a month or two ago, and it was very nice actually. It had a good CBD content, quite a high CBD content for its THC percentage, which whatever that was, but it seemed very relaxing and fairly strong, although I hadn't smoked any proper THC based green for quite a while since I smoked the Stardor. I only bought 2 grams of it, and in the UK it's 10 quid a gram, so yeah, 20 quid. Yeah, mine stunk as well, mate. It's probably pretty similar, or if not exactly the same strain. Yeah, so back on track. Zopiclone. Last night I forgot to take a Zopiclone because I was rushing taking my meds, and another member of staff has given me my evening medication, which are all kept in a locked safe. And the locked safe, I don't know the combination, and I don't have a key to unlock lock the box. So the medications are stored away. And basically, as I said, I didn't take a 7.5 milligram Zopiclone tablet, aka Imovane, over the pond, and I had a few dreams, or some people would call them nightmares, and they were very vivid. And it seemed like at the time it was really happening. And the first one was my dad hitting me over the head with a pickaxe, which was quite bad because I actually thought I'd died, and really died in real life because it was very vivid, like I said. And another dream was being, as usual, being chased by the old Bill, so the feds, or the police as they are known officially as, cops. Uh, and I don't know the reason why I thought I was being chased by them, but that kind of paranoia is what I used to have to put up with day in, day out when I used to smoke a lot of cannabis. Quarter ounce of cannabis a day, so 7 grams a day, and I used to buy 2 ounces a week, 56 grams a week of cannabis, and it used to cost me £100 a gram in the early 2000s. Uh, till about 2005, 6, 7, when I stopped smoking a lot of cannabis due to mental health problems from taking other drugs as well, and suffering schizophrenia as a result of my drug use in the past, basically. And it, it hasn't been too pleasant. But I can get away with smoking cannabis these days, THC or just CBD based cannabis, and I don't suffer much paranoia or anxiety usually. If I do, I just put up with it. But I just try and save as much money as I can these days. Although, as you probably know, I do smoke quite a lot of CBD, hemp buds, or hemp flower, as you might like to call it, which is entirely legal in the United Kingdom, but in other countries it isn't legal to possess or sell CBD hemp flower for some strange reason, and I am also not allowed to bring the CBD hemp back to where I live here in Bideford, North Devon, South West England, due to the owners not allowing it on the premises. And the reason I'm not allowed to smoke it here is due to the pungent smell of the CBD hemp flower. Just like ordinary cannabis, it has a pungent aroma to it, and staff said that it might set other people off to and encourage them to smoke cannabis themselves, or even take harder drugs. And I disagreed with this, and said that everyone over the age of 18 in this country should be able to make their own decisions as to the drugs they take, whether they're prescribed or illegal drugs, or prescription drugs without a prescription, which makes them illegal. Even benzos are a class C drug, I think, without a prescription, valid prescription. And I reckon that strong opioids like oxy and morphine, things like that, or opiates, are a class A drug without a valid prescription. So you might think you won't get in trouble if the old bill catch you with what look like prescription medications, but they might do a bit of research and ask you for the actual script, or they'll ask you to tell them what pharmacy you get your medication from, and also your GP, general practitioner, so your doctor's name and the doctor's surgery they work at, and things like that. So beware. Uh, yeah, so that's it really. Just a video about my night last night, but I did not take a Zopiclone 7.5 milligram tablet to help me sleep. I did sleep, technically. I wasn't awake, but my eyes were closed and I was having these dreams where I was hit over the head with a pickaxe by my dad, and then afterwards had vivid dreams of getting chased by Real Bill, which is are the police in the United Kingdom, as you probably will guess or know already. And these dreams were extremely vivid, and it was like it was happening in real time. As I'm sure everyone that's watching this video has experienced things very similar to this before if they've used any amount of drugs basically in their past or even present. It can happen as well, obviously. So, yeah, I'll leave this video now. And I would recommend not taking Zopiclone for more than a week because if you take the Zopiclone for, say, 8 or 9 days, after the seventh day, it loses its effect. And it might work a little bit after a week, but you won't be getting the same effect you did the first week you were taking the sedative hypnotic drug, as it's known. And I would just say you might as well just stop taking it after a week or two and just try and sleep without it. Just smoke a bit of weed or something, or drink a bit of alcohol. Well, I shouldn't really say drink a lot of alcohol, a bit of alcohol, not a lot, because of the addiction that can linger with that as well, and the deadly withdrawal symptoms such as delirium tremors when your body can go into an anaphylactic shock or whatever it's called, and also usually can die from that, and the grand mal seizures that can occur from withdrawal from higher amounts of alcohol as well, which can be fatal, just like withdrawal from a strong benzo such as alprazolam, aka Xanax. Oh yeah. And benzos with a longer half-life, such as diazepam, which half-life I think is between 36 and 200 hours. Though this might be wrong, it's what I think I read before a long time ago. And obviously, due to the half-life of diazepam, it's recommended that people cross over from short-acting half-life, short-acting benzos like Xanax and lorazepam, which is known as Ativan in the United States over the pond, and cross over to the most well-known one called Valium or diazepam, which is Valium's generic name, as I tried to say, due to diazepam being much easier, in theory anyway, to taper off of than the short-acting drugs like Xanax, because 1 milligram of Xanax is equal to 20 milligrams of diazepam, apparently. So, and also diazepam stays in your blood a lot longer. But as I said, that due to the half-life, and as such, you will be less likely to suffer seizures if you're tapering off of diazepam compared to tapering off Xanax or even lorazepam, Ativan, over the pond in America, North America. I mean. So yeah, hope this advice has helped even one person in the last 14 minutes and 5 seconds, and if it has, then this video has been worth my, well, nearly 15 minutes of my time, and I hope it will help people not take Zopiclone or Zolpidem as well, which has an even shorter half-life than Zopiclone. So probably is more addictive. And yeah, I've never tried Zolpidem before in my whole life. And I've heard of people having hallucinations of it and sleep driving, as well as obviously sleepwalking, sleep running, all the rest of it. I've heard about lots of stories about Zolpidem. Not sure what it is in America, Ambien or something, but I can't remember. Just guessing. I don't think it is Ambien. Anyway, I'll leave this video now. So please subscribe to my channel if you would be so kind, and also share this video with your friends and family on social networking platforms if you like as well, and comment below if you have any questions or information to add to the video. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and have a nice day everyone. Bye for now. Cheers.